Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine, it's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys, we're just the good guys. Whoa.
Happy birthday, America. It's July 3rd, almost 4th. Ben's got a baby. Josh has got a baby. Everybody got a baby. We got babies, baby.
I love babies. And America, this is our baby, Josh. USA, USA, USA. What are we eating?
Maybe do the Canadians go USA?
They do. They do. They also burn our flags. So they hate us.
The Canadians don't hate us. Stop it.
I would hate us. They didn't always hate us. I think they hate us now. You don't think they hate us right now?
No, I think there's a contingent. I remember working up there and like seeing that it was the exact same as here. Half the people were like, we're this way. Half the people were like, we're that way. And most everyone was like, who cares?
Fantastic. I'm in the boat of who cares. So yeah, USA. I wonder, what are they eating? Are they celebrating with us? No, they have their own Independence Day. What are you eating? That's all I want to know. What are you eating?
What am I eating for the 4th of July?
Yes, what are you eating for the 4th of July?
So the O'Brien family has a delicious a pasta salad recipe. Are you ready for this?
Is it mayo based? That's first of all what I need to know.
Of course.
Thank God. Anybody who does this pasta salad, okay, with maybe olive oil, a little bit of mustard, this like acidic, wet, yuck. Pasta salad is mayo based. And if you're not using macaroni, I'm sorry, you're fucking up. Continue.
I completely agree. By the way, good name choice for my 3rd child that's coming. That's already here, but we're pre-taping. But by this time next week, my child will be here. You'll see it on Instagram. It already got 1 million likes. I can see it now. Ring, ding, 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 ding. Pulling the jackpot.
We're not pre-taping. Do you understand the dedication? Josh is literally in the delivery room. He's there, and we're talking about pasta salad.
Dude, I posted a brand deal on my wedding day. You think I give a fuck?
For who? For who? Who is it for?
It was for like some Twitter thing when there used to be Twitter brand deals.
By the way, amazing. Great. Good.
It was the best. Oh, can I get a tweet? You need a tweet for a couple G's? I think I can manage.
A tweet to pay for a quarter of my wedding? Down.
Yeah, I sent it in the middle of my vows.
As you should. I want to thank Twitter, Paige.
Oh my gosh, when I was doing YouTube, both of my child's deliveries, I was like, we're going to have to be doing some filming before and after. My wife was down. She knows what's up. She knows what butters her bread.
Do you think one day somebody will get a brand deal from like a ChatGPT? Thank you so much for ChatGPT and helping me write these vows.
Yeah, I guess people are probably ChatGPTing their vows, huh?
Or at least using it to clean. I told you this. I will write something totally myself, and then I'll throw it in ChatGPT, and I'll just say, make this sound better. And
Yes.
they do. At a minimum, you get to read them making it better and then decide if you preferred your tone or their tone. But if you're writing things and not at least just running it through ChatGPT, you're making a big mistake, folks. I'm telling you, they're thinking of things that you haven't thought of.
100%. They just know how to, what's it called, Olivia? You're more educated than us, or by us, I mean just me because Ben's educated. Like a style guide. Do you know what that is?
Like for a brand?
For when I wrote my book, what they do is when they're doing the copy edit, they basically run it through what's considered a style guide. And it's like, there's one in particular that was written, I think, in the 60s or 70s. But you ever notice how when things are professionally written, they just look good? Like commas
Absolutely.
be comma-ing.
Yes.
Like there be
Yes.
dashes and shit.
The thing is, ChatGPT, you got to be careful because I know if you wrote it on ChatGPT based on how many dashes they use.
Totally.
They love that big, long dash. Nobody even knows how to do the big, long dash. I don't know how to do that on my keyboard. So if I see a big, long dash, I know that you did it. Also, they love bold. They're big fans of bold. So if you don't unbold, I know that you use ChatGPT. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Check. You also got to edit the ChatGPT. But you were making macaroni salad.
Okay, so the O'Brien famous macaroni and salad includes black olives, salt and pep, mayo, pimento,
Yum.
my boy. I'm telling you, it sounds a little crazy. It is so, and fresh red onions, and and just a heaping. I mean, my wife makes it with Vegenaise, which to me is as good as any mayo. They've really figured out how to make it just right. And they thicken it up in the fridge, and it is just thebomb.com. So yeah, I'll do a couple dogs, a couple burgers, slam some mac salad, and yeah, and then have a stroke by the time the fireworks happen.
I'm just trying to think about that Vegenaise. It's really, you really think it tastes the same?
I do. Have you dabbled in Vegenaise? Have you really spent some time with it?
The thing is, Josh, I have problems with non-full fat mayonnaise. Like I went to the low fat Hellmann's, Josh. I jumped right back to the regular Hellmann's. There's just something about Hellmann's full fat mayonnaise that when I'm going mayo in, and for a mac salad, I'm going mayo in. I like the real thing. That said, maybe a Vegenaise. I feel like I've tried, what's that brand? The one that also makes the avocado spray. Chosen Foods. I think they make a good vegan mayonnaise that I've tried that I think is decent.
I think you are wrongly attributing Vegenaise with healthier. It really isn't. It's as
Interesting.
It's as fattening. Let's look. I think this will be fun. Let's look up the calories. It's as fattening and as as bad for you as regular mayo. And
so what do they use instead? Like what's the thickener?
Oil.
Okay.
Oil, sea salt, brown rice syrup, apple cider vinegar, pea protein.
Pea protein.
What would you guess is the total fat in a tablespoon of Vegenaise? Olivia, feel free to jump in. The water's fine.
I mean, if it's 100% oil, a lot. I don't know the exact. I don't know. 10 grams.
9.
Wow, that was pretty good, right?
Really good. And sodium, what are we thinking sodium?
220?
75. Okay.
Damn. Okay, not too salty.
All right, so let's look at mayo nutrition facts.
I just have to say, I know that there's like an age-old debate, Josh. People love Dukes, Hellmann's. And if you live in a different coast, maybe it's Best Foods. Hellmann's. It is superior. It is gorgeous. It is velvety. Now, if you eat vegan, then you can't have it. But for those of us that don't, Hellmann's. Delicious. Oh, yeah. So fucking good. So good.
What is Hellmann's named after the family? And are they a part of my congregation?
I don't know. I feel like they could easily be German. Hellmann.
I know. It's always a toss-up.
I've done some research.
Okay.
Hellmann's mayonnaise is named after its creator, Richard Hellmann, a German immigrant who opened a delicatessen in New York City in 1905.
He sounds like a German Jew. He gets a pass.
Oh, a pass. Unser. I like it nice and creamy when I'm watching the Jews running away.
I spread some Hellmann's on the floor so they slip. Oh my God. I love that I started by plugging Hellmann's because I work with them and now they won't work with me.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's so good. Their mayo, though, really is A+. Fantastic.
That was also an interesting one. Did you always assume Jason Biggs is Jewish?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. American Pie, for sure. I just think that, yeah, 100%. Is he not?
Not even close.
Really? Is he Greek?
Just like a Catholic kid from Jersey.
Interesting. Okay, it's the East Coast in him. Sometimes we conflate East Coast Jewish, you know? Sometimes it's that energy. I could see it, though. Okay, Jersey. Well, is his real last name Biggs?
I don't know, but that's not Jewish either, really.
No, it's not. It's not. Definitely not.
But it's interesting, like, the thing with Germans and like a delicatessen is a purely German invention, and then Jews just saw it as good business. I mean,
sure.
It's a shared Eastern European food, so I think we're all fucking with smoked meat, smoked fish, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But maybe we brought the bagels to it. But I'm trying to think of what's like uniquely Jewish at a deli. A knish?
I think we brought them here for the most part, right? Like, I think that we probably, I would agree, we took some inspiration from our German brothers or German Jews, made some delis in Germany. And then when we came over here, because we had to come over here, we started businesses here and they didn't have delis. So I think it's more just like we made them here for some of them. Some of them are obviously non-Jewish owned. But yeah, I think we also just love these kinds of foods. We love a good smoked meat. We absolutely love a delicious soup. Like, these are just foods that are ingrained in Jewish culture. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Boulevard. Folks, if you are in the self-care business and offer high-end personal experiences, you and your clients deserve a modern, easy-to-use client experience platform that works as efficiently as you do. Or maybe you run a salon, med spa, any other personal care company. Enter Boulevard, because Boulevard is the #1 client experience platform built specifically for appointment-based self-care businesses. Because salons, spas, barbershops, med spas, and other self-care businesses are so personal, the platform powering your business should feel the same. It's not just software, it's a smarter, more personal, and organized way to manage all of your business's locations in one place. Whether it's online bookings, payments, appointment reminders, client profiles, and more, Boulevard makes every interaction seamless and every part of your business look polished and professional. No more no-shows, scheduling headaches, or chaos behind the counters, just smoother operations and happier clients. Plus, Boulevard helps you elevate your marketing, generates custom reports, and manages memberships, taking your business as far as you want it to go. See why top beauty and wellness brands choose Boulevard to empower their team and grow their business. So folks, right now, Boulevard is offering new customers 10% off your first year's subscription when you go to joinblvd.com/goodguys and book a demo. That's joinblvd.com/goodguys. Book a demo and get 10% off your first year's subscription. joinblvd.com/goodguys today. joinblvd.com/goodguys. Join today. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Brooklyn Bedding. Folks, you need a better bed, okay? You woke up, you turned to your wife, you said, "Oh my God, my back is killing me." Well, maybe you should try a new bed. No more flipping the bed, turning the bed. You've done that enough, okay, cheapo? Get a new bed, all right? Get a new bed, and maybe you should get a Brooklyn bed, because I'm telling you folks, if you're looking for the best sleep of your life, the perfect mattress delivered right to your door, I'm telling you, Brooklyn Bedding is for you. Because Brooklyn Bedding handcrafts every mattress in their Arizona factory, USA, 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 with no middlemen and no gimmicks. Just top-tier quality, honest pricing, and real American craftsmanship for a better night's sleep. Brooklyn Bedding knows sleep isn't a one-size-fits-all. That's why they offer mattresses for everybody, every sleep style, even hard-to-find sizes. Not sure which mattress is right for you? Take the Brooklyn Bedding Sleep Quiz and find your perfect match in under 2 minutes. How easy is that? Sleep hot? They got something for you. Sleep cool? They got something for you. Brooklyn Bedding is one of the few mattress brands endorsed by the American Chiropractic Association for spinal alignment and back health. Plus, they're 100% fiberglass free for peace of mind. Brooklyn Bedding also offers a 120-night comfort trial. Folks, buy it, bring it home. You hate it, send it back. You're not going to hate it, though. But don't you love a trial? I absolutely love a trial. So, folks, go to brooklynbedding.com and use my promo code GOODGUYS at checkout to get 30% off site-wide. This offer is not available anywhere else. That's brooklynbedding.com and promo code GOODGUYS for 30% off site-wide. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. brooklynbedding.com, promo code GOODGUYS.
Tell me this, because the great David Mannheim from the Dopey podcast, who's also a big macher at Katz's Deli, sent me a Katz's care package, a KCP. And it had a really cool, like, Katz's Deli shirt, had some black and white cookies, corned beef, pastrami, pickles, bread. Good Russian bread. I would say my son eats toast every morning with butter and jam, but it's like this beautiful seedless rye, which he's not used to. So I would say every morning, I was like, "Max, do you want good Russian bread?"
I just want to know what he says to his teachers. They come up to him at lunch. "Max, what are you eating?" "That good Russian bread."
And finally one day, Max goes, "Dad, can I pass on the good Russian bread?" He's like, "Can I just have some sourdough?"
Can I have Wonder Bread?
Yeah, he's like, "I just want sourdough, Dad."
Please.
Fine.
funny.
It's like, you have no palate. But it was funny because he sent me the pickles, which I love, the half sours and the sours. But my wife, who loves a pickle, I think she's just so used to like the store-bought pickle brands that she was like, she's like, I don't know if I love a New York deli pickle as much as is it something in the brine? It's definitely brinier than like the store-bought pickles. I love it. But she kind of brushed against it. What do you think? You're the food man.
They don't make sour pickles the way that they do at delis in grocery stores. One brand does. Bubby's makes a good sour pickle. Everybody else, I'm sure she's eating like dill pickles. She's eating butter.
Yeah.
Exactly. These aren't overly acidic sour pickles. Now, I grew up on hard fucking sour pickles. So when I eat a half sour, I'm like, what are you, nuts? Get this floppy piece of cucumber out of here. Right. I don't want that. I want it to literally give me heartburn. There's that much vinegar in it, and it's been sitting steeped for millennia. That's the way that I like my pickles. But I understand why maybe she doesn't like that. She should make her own pickles. I feel like she'd love that journey. Get a couple of English cucumbers and go on, like, add some dill, a little bit of, I don't know, red onion. You could do pickled onions at the same time. What am I having for July 4th?
Yeah, what are you having?
I'm making 3 kinds of dogs tomorrow, Josh.
Okay.
I don't know what they're going to be yet, but I'm going to make 3 different dogs. I'm going to go in there, some Hebrew Nationals, throw them on the grill. I'll probably also get some sausages. Maybe I'll make a sausage, onion, peppers. I love that. Maybe I'll do a chili dog, throw some chili on top, ensure that I have diarrhea later in the day.
Where's this chili going to come from?
I'm going to make the chili.
You're going to make chili?
I think so. I don't
willy-nilly chili? You just willy-nilly decide you're making chili?
Why not? Yeah, get some beef, get some beans. Olivia. This hot dog's all of a sudden taking me 8 hours.
Yeah. Maybe you should have a Jew off. Hebrew Nash versus Sabret's versus Nathan's.
Fantastic. I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's do it. With may the best reign supreme.
Definitely.
Should we make our own hot dogs? That process is gross with the casing. Have you ever seen how they make deli meat?
Good dogs.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Let's look at some, I do have some 4th of July facts that I looked up, because who doesn't love a fact or 10?
I love a fact.
The first public 4th of July event at the White House took place in 1801, a little later. Francis Hopkins designed the first American flag. I want to do something. Oh, did you know Dwight D. Eisenhower added "under God" to the Pledge of Allegiance?
Interesting. So it was originally just "I pledge allegiance to the flag."
And A$AP Rocky added "on God" to the pledge.
Okay.
Oh man.
The pledge allegiance is a nice. It's a nice song. I don't associate it with July 4th. I associate it with just like every day at school. Do they still do that? Does Max pledge allegiance every day?
Every day.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
And like, I'm in me, I'm a liberal beach kid, and he goes to a beach school and they're doing the Pledge of Allegiance. It's like gorgeous.
A+. It's great. Love thy country. Why not?
Fireworks are a huge business to the tune of $600 million in fireworks imports in the U.S. each year.
Wow. And they're probably coming from China. Just saying. The cost of your fireworks this year, folks, through the roof. Might want to save a finger. I want to know, Josh, how many fingers are lost on July 4th every year?
Let's see. Oh, Americans spend almost $10 billion on food for every 4th of July. Jeez.
Wow. I mean, that makes sense. What a gorgeous holiday. Burgers, dogs, maybe some chili on your dog, some chips, some pickles. I'm trying to think what else.
In 2023, 9,700 people in the U.S. were treated in hospital emergency rooms for fireworks injuries.
Wow.
And 8 reported deaths.
I mean, it is, before I say this, have either of you ever lit your own fireworks?
Yes. She's from
Okay.
Ohio. Are you kidding? They do it
Okay.
at birth.
Okay, I'm sorry. What are you, nuts? Like, you should have a license. You should need to have a license to light fireworks. Like, it's just crazy. No, I don't want to lose my hand. For what, the thrill? It's not fun. I'll go on a roller coaster.
But that's the thing is it should never be in your hand. Like if it's on the ground and you have one of those long like barbecue lighters and you can just light the fuse and run away. Like in most cases, even like the little giant sparklers or like a Roman candle. But the problem is people hold them.
Well, they're morons. Morons. But like, what if it just like explodes left? Like you're running left and it just shoots left.
It could, but I think the most injurious moment is when people are holding something that explodes because you're just it becomes a grenade at that point.
Do you remember Jason Pierre-Paul from the Giants? Just like 1 year coming back from training camp with one hand. Like he just like you're a football player and you're lighting. I don't remember that story. I just remember he lost, I guess, his finger, a couple of fingers with fireworks. I wonder if he was holding them like a big dummy.
When the Dodgers won the World Series, there were kids in downtown. It's a video that haunts me, and a kid is just it blows up in his hand, and he's in a Dodgers like jersey, and it's just nubs.
For what?
For what? Shohei Ohtani? You lost your fingers for
what?
Mookie Betts?
That said, Josh, having nubs, you never have to worry about getting carpal tunnel in your pinky, right?
Yeah.
If I had nubs, I wouldn't have carpal tunnel because I wouldn't have overuse.
Sheesh. So what are you gonna you have an injury to your ulna or you have a carpal tunnel? What's going on?
I thought that it was carpal tunnel from balancing my phone on, I use my pinky sort of as a base, right? When I text, I use the pinky as a base. And I Googled and I thought it was carpal tunnel. It then came up that it's probably ulnar nerve. And if you remember, I used to have ulnar nerve entrapment. We think it possibly came from golf, maybe from chopping. Right here, it runs. Your hand goes numb in the middle of the night. Terrible pain. I haven't had it in a while, but I think it came back. It reared its ugly head. I went to go into Duane Reade, which is like a CVS. You guys all have them. They don't sell a splint. What are you, nuts? So I got tape. I taped my 2 fingers, and I think I taped it too hard because, Josh, my left pinky is turning blue.
Yeah, clearly.
So
your body does have a couple mechanisms to tell you when things are foobar, and one of them is turning blue.
It's blue. It's blue. I should probably deal with it. But yeah, the ulnar nerve is back. I just wanted to update everybody on that.
The ulnar nerve is back.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Byheart. Folks, Byheart is an infant formula company that's on a mission to make the best formula in the world. Why don't more infant formula brands use the latest breast milk science? Why don't more use organic, grass-fed whole milk instant instead of skim? Why aren't more locally made right here in the U.S.? Byheart was wondering the same thing. Byheart is an infant formula company that's obsessed with nutrition. Its next generation gentle recipe was designed to deliver clean ingredients, high quality nutrition, and proven benefits all in one formula, the Byheart formula, folks. So are you curious about Byheart after hearing about it from this gorgeous ad read? Head to byheart.com, spelled Byheart, and use code GoodGuys30 to save 30% off your first subscription order for a limited time. Byheart is also available at Target and Walmart and other major retailers nationwide. They're big nationwide. Check them out in stores today. Additional terms and conditions apply. Use code GoodGuys30 at checkout at byheart.com, spelled Byheart.com, code GoodGuys30. That's byheart.com, spelled Byheart, and use code GoodGuys30 to save 30% off your first subscription order for a limited time. Check them out in stores today at Target and Walmart and other major retailers nationwide. That's byheart.com, code GoodGuys30. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Bachelor in Paradise. Bachelor Nation fans have been anxiously waiting the highly anticipated season 10 of Bachelor in Paradise, and the beach is finally back open, thank God. Jesse Palmer will be returning as our beloved host, and everyone's favorite bartender, Wells Adams, is back to mix up some cocktails and dole out some advice. Also joining our staff this season is former Bachelorette Hannah Brown, who will be making her debut as the head of Paradise Relations, where she'll help plan special experiences for our romantic hopefuls. And we're shaking things up even more as our young singles are joined by Golden Bachelor and Bachelorette alumni crashing the beach. That's right, both bold and gold singles will shoot their shot at love this season. And it's all taking place in a new tropical oasis, Costa Rica. Hello! With new compatibility challenges along the way that are certain to test even the strongest of connections, this season proves that only those willing to pay the price will find true love in paradise. But even with all the new elements at play, audiences are sure to find comfort in what they know and love. The return of exciting fan favorites, steamy romances, and explosive drama. Because finding love in the sun always comes with a little shade. Catch new episodes of Bachelor in Paradise Mondays at 8, 7 Central on ABC and stream next day on Hulu. Catch new episodes of Bachelor in Paradise Mondays at 8, 7 Central on ABC and stream next day on Hulu.
Give us an update on Ruby.
He's gorgeous.
Yeah.
He's beautiful. He's growing. He's BH, a beautiful plump boy. Because my wife is just killing it with the feedings. It's fantastic. Yeah, just trying to keep him out of the sun. It's very scary. Kids can't, zero sun exposure. Zero.
Why?
Because I don't want them to get burned. Can't you have no sun exposure when they're like 1 month? Is that not a thing? Did I make that up?
I think so.
No, they can't be in direct sunlight. That I'm positive of. Because their skin is too fresh. They'll get burned. I'm right.
Well, I think that's true of all kids all the time. Like, yeah, you don't want them to get blasted by sunlight. But I think, a little sunlight on your kids, probably good.
I don't think so. I think maybe on the kids. I don't think on the newborn. I don't think they can.
What if they're in the car?
We have a shade.
Okay.
I think. I think I made this up.
I think it's reasonable and probably good, but I don't think it's like I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's like you have to.
I've put them in a. I've walked my kiddo at a month, 6 weeks, 2 months, and part of their body had a little bit of sun hitting it. They have the awning up, but I'm not
Of course, sorry. Yes, if a hand accidentally catches a ray, it's not going to light on fire. But they're not. I'm teeing you up. They're not RFKing in the tanning booth. Okay, they're not doing that. All right, you're teed up. Now go to town.
So there was recently a video of Robert Kennedy Jr., Captain Health, leaving a tanning salon. And what I will tell you is this.
Respect. He probably looks bad like a marshmallow. I look terrible without a tan.
Dude, we all do. Tans are the shit. I have done tanning beds in the past. I had to go do one when I was doing a movie when I was 21 years old, and I was going to have a naked scene in the movie The Whackness, which Ben has all the time in the world and still hasn't watched. No, I'm kidding.
Shit! I was supposed to watch that last summer.
I mean all the time in the world because you're watching,
Yes.
Old Girls and Sopranos. You have watch time.
And now I'm on to Entourage for the third time. So good.
Watch The Whackness.
Yeah, no, I will.
I only say it because it is such a uniquely New York movie of people
I have to watch it. I'm a terrible friend. I'm such a good friend, and I'm a terrible friend. This literally takes me from great friend to terrible friend. No, you can't be that great if you keep saying that you're going to do something and you don't. What am I, non-committal? What do I lie? What am I, a liar?
Just saying, it's on Apple if you need to. Amazon Prime.
I will. RFK. Go back to RFK.
So RFK. So I've used tanning beds in the past. I love it. I love having a tan. John Stamos and I would joke with each other because for a while we had the same tanning salon place, and we would just text each other when we were there going, I'm in our secret place. Because everyone looks better with a tan. But it unequivocally, for sure, science says, science backed, proof is in the pudding, real science, not good. NG, not the best for you. And he was leaving a tanning salon. Now, I will give him the benefit of the doubt in that I also saw red light therapy being advertised, which is like alternative holistic, supposed to be great for you and does not have any deleterious effects the way UV beds do. Maybe he was doing that. I doubt it. The guy is brown, brown, brown. So I doubt it. And it's fucking, that's my what are you nuts? I'm doing it early. It's just like for a guy who espouses everything about how like health, 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 there's no, you cannot, I can understand someone being like, go out in the sun for 30 minutes a day for an hour. Don't lather yourself in sunblock every minute. Get a little bit of vitamin D, a little sun exposure, good. Tanning beds, nah.
No.
Miss
no.
me on that.
No, tanning beds are no good. They're too extreme. Way too extreme.
It's
It's
not
like
good.
being anti-smoking but being caught with a cigarette. You can't do it. You can't do it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Claudia uses these like tanning creams and she's on an all-natural journey. There's one with beets, Josh.
Uh-huh.
It makes you look pretty tan. It does come off after you shower, so it's a very labor-intensive process. But just in case you ever, in a pinch, you need to make your face look nice and tan, it's a beet serum that tans you.
I would like to try it.
Pretty healthy, and probably delicious.
Has Claudia had an alcoholic bev since she gave birth?
Not yet. She's waiting for her birthday. Next week, July 10th, she is going to be having a gorgeous Spritz Society first, if my life depends on it.
Okay.
And probably also a margarita.
Love
Both
it.
of them. She loves a margarita, even though acid reflux came to her in pregnancy. It has left her in her postpartum journey, but I have to think a margarita would bring it right back.
Right. The shadows, the remnants of acid reflux.
Margaritas are holy smokes, at least for me. They crush me, like acid reflux wise, destroy. It's just concentrated lime juice. It's too much.
My my mother-in-law makes her famous margaritas, and they do look good, I will say.
Are you having a margarita tomorrow? Of course, no alcohol, but are people going to have margaritas?
Like a mocktail margarita?
Why not? Sounds like
Nah.
none of the fun and all the acid.
Yeah, no thanks. Maybe
Yeah, I
with a
don't want that.
Prilosec chaser.
Absolutely. You need it. You need it.
Yeah.
They should do that. They should do that. A Prilosec chaser. I like that.
Like right now, the only thing that I could like, the only thing that would even like remotely get me close to feeling like a freebie would be like a cigarette and a happy ending massage. You know what I mean?
Sure. Works for me.
That would be the only thing even on the periphery where I'd be like, yeah, I could see that really making a nice afternoon.
I'm down.
The jig's up on everything else. Olivia, thoughts?
We haven't.
1776!
We haven't smoked cigarettes in way too long. I'm just saying. Like it's been since we shared a cigarette. It's been probably 2 years.
I know,
No good.
man.
No good.
In that
No good.
in that random park on Houston Street.
I'm going to have a cigarette tomorrow in your honor. I'm going to make sure that Ruby is far away from me and I'm going to have a nice cigarette. And in honor of our July 4th, I'm going to have an American Spirit.
I love that because those were created by the Native Americans, the real and original Americans.
Correct. So while I'm celebrating our independence from them, I'm also using a product that hopefully lines their pockets that's probably owned by a white man.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing
Right?
like ripping an American Spirit outside Pachanga Casino. Oh man, yeah. I want you to be ripping a dart outside, and then through the window, Ruby can see you. Just so you like start planting seeds about how rad of a dad
Early.
you are. Yeah,
Early. Absolutely. Is there any better phrase than ripping a dart?
ripping a dart.
Wow. God,
Yeah.
it's great. It's great.
Should we get to some stories?
Yeah, sure.
I agree. Okay. This is interesting. Cruz Becca mocks brother Brooklyn for his many short-lived careers as Family Feud rages on. Those are some fighting words. Cruz Beckham publicly mocked his eldest brother, Brooklyn Beckham, for his many short-lived careers, further fueling rumors of a family feud. The singer, who is the son of David and Victoria Beckham, took to TikTok over the weekend to share a video from a recent performance of his new single, For Ya Love. Yeah, I guess they're fighting. One commenter asked Cruz if he was going to stick with this job or going to become a race car driver next or something. He responded, "Wrong brother, mate."
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. All right. Well, I guess that's what happens when you grow up with a ton of cash.
My friend recently told me that David Beckham has a real watch habit. Loves a watch.
By the way, one of the better habits to have because they increase in value. As long as he doesn't lose them, he's in business.
Especially Rolex, man. They can really, yeah.
Really anything. I mean, he's probably buying knowing his status. Probably Audemars, probably Pateks, probably. What's that one? I forget the name of it. Athletes love it.
Richard Mille.
Richard Mille. That's like, I think those start at like $250,000, but they only go up in value. Watches are a fantastic investment. I'd love to see his watch collection though.
Well, I've learned, have you heard about like kind of the process with something like a Rolex?
Tell me.
It's really interesting. I have a Rolex Daytona, a standard, the Paul Newman Rolex Daytona. That's what he made famous. I don't have the ones he wore in the 70s are like unbelievably rare. But basically, Rolex has entry-level Rolexes that you go to into a Rolex store, those are going to be available. A Datejust, an Air King, an Explorer, GMT maybe. These are going to range anywhere from like 1,000 or 4,000 to maybe 15,000.
By the way, they used to be available. COVID made it so that you can't even go into, maybe now finally you can. For a while, you couldn't even get a basic watch at Rolex.
Well, I think they create the scarcity. Like I've heard that about Cartier, that they actually destroy watches every year.
That's true. I don't know why I'm acting like they couldn't just make more.
They totally could.
They could. Yeah, they could. But they control the value of it. That's like saying, why doesn't the U.S. just print more money to eliminate its debt? Because then all of a sudden the dollar's worth nothing. Versus if they hold value because there's a limited number. But continue, 4 to 15 grand for the starter watches.
So these are like entry-level watches. So if you want like Daytonas are kind of the most coveted, but you want watches that start to enter the $20,000 to $60,000 range, like things like, I mean, like, yeah, basically like mostly Daytonas, but there are some others. Basically, you have to start buying these, like, sorry, I can't hear you. Hold on. We're having technical difficulties. We're back.
Okay.
All this money talk's getting me nuts. But like you need to go and buy, you need to establish a relationship, right?
Yes.
So if you've got some scratch, then you go, okay, I got a gift, 5 people. I got 5 Olivias in my life. Don't get any ideas. For Christmas, I'm going to buy like $5,000 Datejust, right?
Yep.
So you start the relationship and then you say to them, I really have my eye on a white gold Daytona, which runs about $60,000 retail.
Yep.
And so what happens is that they'll start to call you when you get they get an allotment.
Yep.
And they'll be like, so now 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 times a year, you got to be able to say, I'll take it. And you have to be spending anywhere between $100,000 to $500,000 probably with a high-end watch person to be able to get them for retail, because Rolex knows you could resell it for double or triple.
Immediately.
Right? Immediately. Yeah. So you're going to be able to get it for the retail price. But I also heard this. They tell you, we don't want to see this out on the market for 3 years. And if we do, you're out. You're cut. You're off the list. Fuck, man. We got to work harder, dude.
This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at OpenPhone. Folks, if you're running a business, you know that every time you miss a call, you're leaving money on the table. When every customer conversation matters, you need a phone system that keeps up and helps you stay connected. That's why you need OpenPhone. OpenPhone is the #1 business phone system that streamlines and scales your customer communications. It works through an app on your phone or computer, so no more carrying 2 phones or using a landline. What are you, nuts? With OpenPhone, your team can share one number and collaborate on customer calls and texts like a shared inbox. That way, any teammate can pick up right where the last person left off, keeping response times faster than ever. Plus, with AI-powered call transcripts and summaries, you'll be able to automate follow-ups, ensuring you'll never miss a customer interaction again. So whether you're a one-person operation drowning in calls and texts, or have a large team that needs better collaboration tools, OpenPhone is an absolute no-brainer. See why over 50,000 businesses trust OpenPhone to manage their business's calls and texts. So folks, what more do you need to hear? OpenPhone is offering my listeners 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/goodguys. That's OpenPhone.com/goodguys. And if you have existing numbers with another service, OpenPhone will port them over at no extra charge. OpenPhone, no missed calls, no missed customers. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Caraway. Folks, the summer is finally here, and you know what that means? It's 4th of July, baby. You can check me out on my Instagram as I'm cooking all summer long with, of course, my gorgeous Caraway pots and pans. Folks, did you know that the average American spends over $3,000 a year on dining out? I'm telling you, folks, you got to invest in high-quality pots and pans. You're willing to spend all this money going out, but you're not willing to spend all of this money eating in. Every single time I order in, I'm telling you, I have to order 2 entrees. You know why? Because I have to throw one away. One of them stinks. That's not food waste. The restaurant is screwing me. It's not my problem. Don't come and cancel me. I'm telling you, folks, that's why I started cooking, because I can make better stuff than what you're going to get at a restaurant. I can make better stuff than what I'm going to order in, without question. And Caraway's here to help me do that. I'm telling you, folks, all of their products are absolutely amazing. I love their pans, but they have everything. They have beautiful cutting boards. They have fantastic knives. They have great food storage sets. I'm telling you, just like the most beautiful, you made something, the Tupperware, it's out of this world. Like, they have perfected Tupperware. It's no longer ugly. It's no longer old. It's new and it's beautiful because Caraway does everything new and beautiful. Folks, I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you that 95% of home goods on the market contain forever chemicals. Plastic cutting boards shed thousands of microplastics with every use. PTFE-coated nonstick cookware is the most common source of the Teflon flu. And the average adult unknowingly consumes 12 plastic bags worth of microplastics every year. What are you, nuts? None of this with Caraway. None of this with Caraway. So folks, if you've been eyeing the internet famous 12-piece cookware set, now is the perfect time to buy. You can shop Caraway risk-free. Enjoy fast, free shipping, easy returns, and a 30-day trial. Plus, if you visit carawayhome.com/guys10, you can take an additional 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/guys10 or use code guys10 at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. So I had this experience. I haven't told you this story yet, Josh. I don't think I've told anybody this story, but I got Claudia a push present. I got Claudia a Birkin, and I got Claudia a Birkin from the Hermes store. So I worked the same way, the same system that you just said I had to work. For those of you that don't know, the same exact way that Josh mentioned, that you can't just buy a special Rolex. The Birkin is like the bag. You can't go into Hermes and buy it ever. It is impossible. You have to find a person. You have to establish a history. I had to buy like literally a million of these like tchotchkes. Thank God at Hermes you can buy like a $500 bowl that you'll never use.
Ashtray. I want the Hermes ashtray.
Exactly.
It's the only thing I'm bougie about. It's so nice. I want to put my keys in it. I want to throw my fucking keys in it.
I have an extra ashtray from Hermes. I'll give it to you.
Great.
It's yours.
Birthday
next
present,
gift,
November.
Next gift, just pretend that I bought it new.
What color? What color?
It's yours. I think it has an elephant on it. It's pretty sweet.
Red, green, blue. Red, green, blue. I'll take it.
Gold trim. I'll send you a picture of it. Whatever. Over like 8 months, I had to establish a history. And then one day, lovely Robert gave me a call. He said, Ben, we're in business. I go, I do it. It was a lot of money. But when I tell you, it was half the price of if you Google this specific bag, It's half the price because I went through that process and I was able to buy it at the store.
Okay, can we play a game? Can Olivia and I play a game? And we'll cut this out if it's
No, we don't have to cut it out. It's fine. It's fine. Just nobody judge me. This is a huge moment, okay? This is a huge moment. I should get my wife a beautiful gift, okay?
Yeah.
Huge moment.
Look, you and your wife both do well. God bless you.
God bless.
Absolutely. It's amazing what she did.
Yes.
I'm going to say, Olivia, let's play Price is Right.
Okay, beautiful.
Want any specifics on the bag?
Sure. Yeah.
Some
Of course
details,
we do,
yeah.
right?
Yes,
This is a non crazy bag, right? Like they have like ostrich skin and all that crap, and those are insane, right? Those are insane. This is a 25, if you know what that is, Olivia, Hermes Kelly, gold hardware. Go.
Kelly Ripa, Kelly Rowland. Got it.
Kelly Catrone. Kelly.
Yes.
Brian Kelly.
The list goes on. You want to go first?
I'm going to say $29,000.
I'm going to say $24,000, $500.
If you go over, you're wrong, right?
Yes.
So you're both out. Now let me tell you, I paid $14,000 for the bag, and if you Google that bag right now, it's going for $32,000.
Okay.
The day after you pick it up.
So
because
we're resellers. That's where our brand is.
You're resellers. You're
Wow.
resellers. Yeah. So
Unreal. Dude.
I know.
Beautiful. Bless her and bless you.
Yes. And so now I'm on a list. So the next time they call Josh, if you want one, I'm telling you, you could resell it. It's an amazing business. You do have to wait, but you get them, you buy them, you flip them. Same thing with Rolex.
Olivia, just cut this entire section out so my wife doesn't hear. Thank you. No, I'm going to get her a push present this week.
Good.
Number 3. What, you need a push present?
No, number 3 can be small. It's fine.
It's wonderful. Okay, let's see if there's any other quick stories. Here's a good one. Billy Ray Cyrus and girlfriend Elizabeth Hurley have romantic date night in London to support Miley's new film. Billy Ray Cyrus and his girlfriend Elizabeth Hurley stepped out for a romantic date night to support the country singer's daughter Miley Cyrus's new film, Something Beautiful. The Achy Breaky Heart crooners and the Strictly Confidential star walked hand in hand into the Odeon Theater in London. Billy Ray Cyrus looks like a character from WWE. Shout out. He looks like The Undertaker's thinner brother.
Yes, he does.
Elizabeth Hurley is stunning, and she kind of makes my heart flutter.
Billy Ray Cyrus is a what are you nuts? I'm sorry. He just I remember I saw him. He performed it was like something for maybe it was a Trump inauguration. He performed for something. It was like Lee Greenwald. Is that his name?
I don't know. You were the one at the inauguration. I'm kidding. I'm spreading that rumor. How was the rotunda, you fuck? No, I'm kidding. That's where you and I belong, the rotunda.
I'm in. Is it I'm Proud to Be an American? Is it Lee Greenwald or Lee Greenfield?
I don't know.
You know this song, whatever. He sang, and then Billy Ray sang. And just so everybody knows, I was not there. I watched him, and my God, I think he was so blackout drunk, they had to ask him to leave the stage.
It was too long.
It was, he went, they kept trying to get Lee on to sing. And he's like, no, I'm going to sing more. It could break it hard. And it's like, get out of here, Billy Ray. What are you, nuts?
He starts doing a mashup unintentionally. Don't let her harm my proud to be American. My achy breaky American.
For anyone who hasn't seen it, please Google Billy Ray Trump. It was one of the most disastrous performances I've ever seen. And it was a treat to watch.
Should I feel bad that every time there's an article about Bianca Sensori leaves nothing to the imagination and fully edible candy bra and underwear set, that while I think her and her husband are despicable, I am so attracted.
Yeah, yes, you're nuts.
She's an absolute like knockout, right?
I guess, like, I don't know. She's just like so, at least for me, like so fake and so, she's just always so naked. I've seen it. I guess maybe at first I was like, oh, she's a nice voluptuous woman, but she just shows too much. I don't know. I like when there's a little bit of mystery involved.
Totally. I like
Right?
my ladies like I like my Chris Angel show, Mystery. Should we do one speak pipe before Neve comes?
One speak pipe. I'll throw you my what are you nuts. You did yours earlier, and then we go to
Hot. This first one's from Anonymous.
Calling in to get your take on something that I have been observing a lot as of late. I walk my dog in a pretty residential area, and I have been noticing an increasing amount of little yard signs that say something along the lines of, no dog pee in this lawn. Is that nuts? And some of the more extreme ones will say something like, I don't pee in your lawn, don't let your dog pee in mine. Which, if you ask me, are not the same thing. I am not peeing in their lawn, and my dog can't read. My dog doesn't walk up to a yard and say like, oh, can't pee in this one, gotta move on to the next one. My dog just has to pee, sees grass, it pees. So what is wrong with a dog peeing in their lawn? And am I supposed to just like yank him if he starts peeing? I don't know. Is that nuts, or am I nuts for thinking it's nuts? Thanks, guys.
this is tough. If a dog is peeing in an actual lawn, it's no problem at all. It probably it's fertilizer. I don't know. It's fine. It's nothing. But maybe the lawn is actually AstroTurf, Josh. Like sometimes you don't know. Like sometimes these people's lawns, like they look like perfectly like shaved grass, but it's fake grass. And they don't have a pet, so then like you're peeing on something that they need to clean. If it's regular grass, I think it's totally nuts. That said, sometimes when dogs pee, they also then take a dump, and maybe he had a bad experience or she had a bad experience where nobody wants to see somebody else's poop in their yard. That's not fun. Regular pee, I think it's a little harsh.
First of all, the big Woody and Nuts here is her, I hope, joking that her dog can't read.
Yes, for sure. For sure. I would assume a joke.
The sign is for you, dear. To curb that mud of yours. I will say that if you have a lawn or a grass area that is yours in a high dog trafficked area, it's a pish here and there is fine. But if it's getting pished on left and right, it'll kill everything because there's urea. There's nitrogen. It fucks up the whole soil concentration.
Okay.
So if your neighborhood has a lot of dogs and they love your lawn, you're screwed.
This is interesting. So maybe, Josh, I think we just need a slightly more informative sign. It doesn't need to say, don't pee on my lawn. It should said, your dog's pee has a byproduct in there that is turning my green lawn brown. If you don't mind, please don't let him. Like if I knew that, I wouldn't let it happen. I always thought, for whatever reason, that you pee on a lawn, no big deal.
It's also just not public property. It is private.
Fair. I think it's hard when you live, though, like, it sounds like she lives in, like, a cul-de-sac, and she's, like, walking him around, or her around, and, like, I don't know, it's, like, concrete, and then house. Maybe I'm thinking, that's the only thing that I can think of.
Yeah, I just think you kind of got to be
You're right. It's private property, though.
in charge of your dog. Like if people don't want it, like if the sign is up, they don't want it, and you just have to honor that. And I don't think you have any grounds.
I agree.
Look at us.
I agree.
You want to give your What Are You Nuts moment of the week?
What was yours again?
It was our Secretary of Health, Robert Kennedy.
Yes, absolutely. Totally nuts. What else is a what are you nuts, Josh? Stevia in the raw.
Okay.
What are you nuts? Yeah, like how aggressive of a name for a sugar substitute. Stevia in the raw. I'm just saying, you need a rebrand. It's too much. I think of raw dogging.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking of hearty sexual intercourse.
Yep.
And yeah, so that's it. Stevia in the raw.
Raw dog.
What are you, nuts?
Without a
You know what
bag.
else? You know what else is nuts, Josh?
What?
Not giving 5 stars to our beautiful 4th of July episode where we only spoke about 4th of July for 3 minutes. Okay?
We talked. We did it.
Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts, okay? Watch us on YouTube. YouTube is great. You should watch and listen and listen and watch. Benny and Joshy watching and listening all at the same time. It is the circus. And Mondays and Thursdays, we will see you next time.